The place I'm going to is a famous pilgrimage over centuries. He can run. I'm going to walk. Today, we're looking for the origins of the city of Sarandë. Now, I don't know. I've not asked anybody. I've just looked on Komoot rather than Google Maps, because it should be able to find me some smaller walking paths. Now, it's not a given that I'm going to find what we're looking for, but if we do, then it should be a spectacular view, and we might be able to watch the sun go down over the island of Corfu. So you've got to hit the thumbs up just for effort. It's going to be pretty exhausting. It's a beautiful day. The weather is probably around 14 degrees Celsius. So if you didn't see my walk around Sarandë yesterday, you should check it out, because you can see what the city of Sarandë looks like during the low season. There's a sign ahead of me that says wine bar, no less. Hello, pushing that here. Okay, just had a little chat with that lady. She says there's a convent up here, but she wasn't aware of the monastery that I'm looking for. So we could be on a fool's errand. Who knows? Wow, breathtaking. Just taking my breath. Oh, a little bit of flat coming up. Now you have to forgive me for puffing maybe more than normal. I've had a week of sickness. Haven't been too well. Don't look at me, look at that. Wow, Sarandë. And the island there, the Greek island of Corfu. So prior to this, we were up in the northern city of Shkodra, and barely 4 or 5 days ago, I was up to my knees in snow as we went up to see the city of death. So stark contrast, and it's only maybe about five hours drive from the north to the south. I'm really hoping I can find what we're looking for. I'm not 100% sure it's going to happen, but if you want to take a guess as to where I'm going and why I say it's the origins, not the birthplace, but the origins of the city of Sarandë, comment down below. Let us know. In the meantime, onwards. So there's a wine bar, again, sign for a wine bar. A lady mentioned the wine bar. I can't imagine there's much going on this time of year in a wine bar, or even if it's open. But there's a pussycat ahead of me, who's looking at me like, what are you doing up here? He's enjoying the view. Hello. Oh, hello. Come on then. Oh, come and say hello. Well, I haven't got nothing to eat. Nothing to eat. No? No, she's not interested. She's found herself a nice little garbage truck and she's happy. Let me check my GPS coordinates. Yep. I've got a sharp left here and then a sharp right. It didn't look too far on the map. I hope I'm not grossly misjudging it. It's probably about an hour's walk at the best of terrain, but on these steep hills, it could take me a little longer. I need to get there before the sun goes down. I want to see that sunset from the top of the mountain. Let me get my breath. The crazy thing is, I've got a car down there. I could have driven up. But where would be the fun in that? It's tempting. I've got a sandwich in my backpack. Could do with the energy now, but I'm going to use it as a treat for when I get to the top. What a view, eh? Amazing. So my map seems to be going through this property, but it feels private. Although it is public, there's a parking exit here. I think this is a private property. Probably going to get attacked by wild dogs. Let's see. Yep, there's a dog over there. An Alsatian. This just feels wrong. Hello? Pushing dead, yeah? Fenomendari. Okay. The boys are saying you can't really go this way. He said it's quite a few kilometers the other direction, but he said, I showed him on the map, and he said, well, go up here and go through the gate. We don't mind. And see if you can get there. So let's carry on. He reckons there is a gate up here. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. So they said, you know, go for it. It does seem that my commute will find any old route possible. I find that's the beauty of using a hiking app rather than a Google Maps. These things know all the old traditional rights of way. And I can hear goats. There's a guy herding goats up here. We're definitely on track. A little detour to talk to the workers. There are cows up here. I don't think that's cow. It could be. It doesn't look like goat droppings either. Oh, this is nice. I do hope we can find a route. It's saying so. The lady at the bottom of the hill, she indicated she thought there wasn't a way. But these old pathways, these are the old pathways trodden by locals for hundreds, thousands of years perhaps, up into the mountains. And don't forget, I haven't said yet, have I? The place I'm going to is a famous pilgrimage over centuries. I believe maybe even since the 2nd century AD, this has been a pilgrimage from the port of Sarandë up into these mountains. So think about the tens of thousands of people that have walked along these pathways. They will have changed a little bit. There are properties up here now, stealing the glimpses and the views of the mountain tops. And a doggy. Sun is still up. We're doing okay. I thought I'd bring up a nice little bit of local raki and a sandwich to watch the sun go down. So the only thing I'm a little anxious of is wild dogs being a bit aggressive. They don't tend to worry me too much, but you know, if they're caught unawares, they're going to be a little bit shocked by me walking down here. I think I'm on the right track. Wow, look at the view even on this side of the mountain. Let me get the camera up there so you can see down into the valley. So are we on the right road, do you think? It feels a little bit like a path not very often trodden. Look at these abandoned buildings here on the right. Anyway, oh ye of little faith, we're on a pilgrimage. Stay with me. I just hope that sun doesn't go down before we get there. You can see the little blushes of orange and purple in the sky. Come on, Stephen. Pick up the rate. Pick up the pace. Let's go. Ah, now look up here. It's fenced in. But there's a pathway and that gate is open. I think I see what I'm looking for. We may be closing in on the prize. Yeah. There's a picture outside of what I'm hoping to see. I want to see the real thing, not a picture. The 40 Saints Monastery. And it's open. The ruins of the monastery of the 40 Saints, from which the city of Sarande was named, are on the easternmost dominant part. And they are where we are. You see in the corner there, a 200 lek. There's probably normally in the summertime someone here to collect money, which is lucky for me because I haven't got any. Oh wow. Oh, this is heavenly. So this monastery was built as a pilgrimage. I don't think it was built in the 2nd century AD, but I think the 40 martyred saints were martyred in 200 AD. And this place was built as a place to come and worship and remember them. Now originally, I haven't sat and read there, you probably have by now, there were 40 rooms, one for each of the saints. Now I may have to check the history because I think twice this place has been under the hands of being demolished. Once, I'm not sure if it's during the Reformation, that I'm very foggy about, but I know during the period of Enver Hoxha, the communist regime that was here, that they had a base up here and they treated it with a lot of disrespect. So it was, you can see here the dry walls are being rebuilt, but they pretty much wrecked the place. No one is up here. Okay, so would this be part of the original rooms maybe? There's a well here, or a turret maybe. They've obviously put a tin roof on to protect it during the rains. See if we can get under here. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. That's why we walked up here. And from here, we'll be able to watch the sunset. Let me just explore a little more before I get my sandwich out and have a well-earned drink. Okay. The hole down there, black hole. Going to where? I have no idea. Out there is the Ionian Sea. And behind me are the Balkans. And this was, I think, one of the most important pilgrimages for this area of the Balkans. And it's such a shame that so much of it has been laid to rubble. But you can see with careful excavation and rebuilding, this place could certainly come back into being. And there are quite extensive, interesting drawings of the original structure of the building. And it had a tower, which is no longer here. Okay, so nothing really down here. This is a staircase of sorts. I wonder how old these trees are. This one's probably not that old. It'd be nice to sit under that tree and watch the sun go down. Let me see if I can. I think I've exited the building. Steve, you've left the building. I'm in the garden. I want to get into that inner section. Okay. Now, is this part of the original monastery, or is this part of the military base, do you think? This is a different gate here. And there are bunkers up here. I can see the edge of a bunker. So this is almost certainly, I think, part of the military base. There's a radar, a drum here. Place for a fireplace over there. Is this the original building? No. This is like a barracks or something, I reckon. Could be completely wrong. There's no information on the buildings themselves. Lovely view. I think I would have made them facing out that way though, if I was doing them for accommodation. Okay, we're back around at the front. So there's some excavation being done here. I'm being very careful. I don't want to damage any of the work that's been done here. I think they're probably repairing this wall. I think originally, let's say maybe this was the original wall, and this is perhaps the reconstruction work. These rooms are closed off. I can just about squeeze through there with the camera. Ah. I think this may have been like a little font or a fireplace or a washing area. Who's to know? Anybody want to give us some information? And am I missing some things here? Maybe I am. Now this is the original building. You can see how they would have had a domed roof in here. Look at that. This beautiful arch. Now bear in mind, this probably would not have been all sort of muddy and mildewy like this. They probably put some sort of plaster on the walls. Maybe it was highly decorated and painted. You can see through here, this would have also been an archway running through, but it's all collapsed. So hopefully some archaeologists are going to be looking at rebuilding this at some time. What a shame. And are they held together by an ancient concrete like the Romans used to use? Romans used to use a concrete which we're only really just starting to learn about. It was some of the most advanced concrete in the world, and it had some small, almost like a silica chipping in it, which when the concrete cracked, water would get in and it would expand. So it was almost the world's first self-healing concrete, but not strong enough to withstand the destructive nature of humans. Just carry on through here a little bit. Ah, it's closed. Probably for good reason. So there's an archway here, and then a second smaller archway in the top. And then another little runoff, almost a little cloister or something going off this side. And people have been lighting candles in here. There's wax coming down, so they're coming up here and still paying tribute to the 40 saints. Sarandë, very close to the Greek word, and may even be the exact Greek word for 40. And the name for the saints, something like Sarandë. I'm going to butcher it, but 40 saints. So the 40 martyrs, or the 40 saints, which gave name to this amazing and beautiful city of Sarandë. Now I'm going to find myself a little place to sit down. I'm going to celebrate. I bought a little bottle of local raki up. I've got myself a sandwich. I'm going to replenish, get my energy back up for the climb back down. Now our apartment is way down there. Look at that sun going down. As I said before, Greece is just over there. Corfu. Cool, blimey. What a perfect spot. Little raki. I bought it in a little shop down before I walked up. I don't know if it's 100% local. The lady said it was. Ooh, that smells good. Now, I could drink it out of the bottle, but I've got a glass, so why not pour myself a glass of raki? Now let's raise a toast to the 40 martyrs that gave their lives. At the time, they would not have known that this wonderful city in Albania, Sarandë, would have such a rich history going back thousands of years. So cheers to Sarandë and to all of you. If you get a chance to come here, do walk up, watch the sunset over Corfu and enjoy a little bit of local raki. Oh, that's good. So there's a plane just cutting through the sky. I've also got myself a little mandarin orange, which I think goes nice with the raki. I will not be leaving anything behind up here on the mountain in this beautiful monastery. I can see actually a bird of prey. You won't be able to pick it up, unfortunately, on the GoPro, but there's a buzzard circling on the currents there. Just going to cut across the sunlight, look. And there he is. Is he coming towards me? He's just sailing up on the thermals from the sun. I think I said before in the previous video how great the citrus fruit is here at the moment. These little mandarins and the oranges, they're all in season. They're most delicious. Cheers everybody, love to you all. Travel, see the world and enjoy. I actually do want to get down before the sun sets, because with the dogs and the barred route, I could be up here all night. So I'll capture a little sunset from the apartment and let's get out of here. We've only got a short time before the sun sets. I just said thank you to the guys for letting me cut through their land. It's not an official route, so don't be coming up here. You might actually be able to get through over this way somehow. Yeah, not an official route, although it is a publicly accessible building. There's public parking in there, so if you ask nicely, maybe they'll let you through. I'll probably have to do that time lapse for you tomorrow, because she's just gone down behind the island and I am lucky I've got down in time to stay out of the dark. Great adventure. Love this place.